What up, Dag? We live in this bitch. Ah! I tripped in this bitch. Well, after a long night, I decided to do the Real Nigga podcast. Very successful, you know what I mean? You know, we just had a 2GN recently, and it was a party, Dag. I mean, it was me, it was Yosi, you know what I'm saying? Killer was there, you know how Killer be, you know what I mean? He, sometimes he is, sometimes he ain't, you know what I mean? But it was a great time. As a matter of fact, it's uploaded on XTV East Coast. Just type in XTV East Coast and 2GN Thanksgiving well, no, not all together. Type in XTV East Coast into YouTube and put 2GN Thanksgiving and check it out. Give it a view, man. The shit funny. It's an hour and 57 in length. And like I said, that when you finish it, it ain't gonna feel like no damn hour and 57. It's gonna feel like you've been there for 15 minutes. You're gonna be like, damn, what the fuck time went? Oh shit, my life. You know what I'm saying? So check that out, Dak. But on tonight's Real Nigga podcast, we have a very special guest. This shit might be 3 hours long, 4 hours long. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna end when it ends. This person is the founder of XTV West. What can I say about this man? You know what I'm saying? This is a person who rarely talks about his life when doing a format such as XTV, you know. But he has a lot that he wants to put out there. And, he's me, Tony B. But I'm 90%. What's up, Dak?
What's good, man? Shit.
Word, Dak. Just got off a week.
Yep, just got off of work, man. Had a damn 2 to 11 day, and, very fucking tiring. Uh, but, shit, I'm home, man.
That's right, Dag. I don't even know where to start, honestly, man, But unlike with most of my guests, I just tell them, shit, start where you want to start. But this is quite different because, nigga, you are the creator of XTV West. I guess to keep it XTV oriented, you know what I'm saying? Tell me about the first time, you came up with, your version of XTV.
Well, me and my brother, Joat Anthony Warren, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said your real name, nigga. But nah, me and my brother, shit, we was just playing, I don't even know what we was doing really. You know what I'm saying? We was probably wrestling or some shit. Wrestling. You said wrestling with it. All right, dog. You country. Yeah. But, so, we was just bullshitting, playing, and, I think he just said, I do this thing called size or whatever the fuck, something. And then, I'm like, what's size or something? And he goes, well, I got a man on my side. I'm a man. And, he started just being, I think he was Macho Man. He probably was Baby, too. You know what I mean? All these other different characters he had. Hold on a second. Shit. Anyway, he was all these different characters and shit. He said, damn, you want to do sides? You do your side. And shit, I think I came up with you. Flamindo, but you now known as 90%. And, I came up with it just off top. I guess like my brothers, well, I don't know what really, when I think about it, like, I don't know what really made me come up with Flamindo. Like, I know, that I was at Laurie Park Zoo and I learned about a flamingo. I just knew the damn name. They ain't teach us shit. Like, Laurie Park Zoo ain't what it is today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wasn't what it is today. Because, like, shit, they just showed you the animals. They didn't give you detail or descriptions. It was just like, that's a flamingo. Move on. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess that name Flamingo stuck with me. And you know what I mean? I just said, damn, if you put a D, it say Flamingo. Stupid as shit. But, that's how I came up with that. You know what I'm saying? Word, word. And personality wise, what I don't remember is like I don't know how I thought that you was a thug, but I do remember having like one time me and my mom rode through Roberts Park, you know what I'm saying, Tampa Heights. And we rode through that one time, and my mom just said, Roberts Park done got so bad or something. She was probably riding with my grandma, and she was like, Roberts Park got so bad. And, I'm looking out, and it was just, the environment was so, how the fuck you say it? I don't know, ghetto shit. You know what I mean? And it just was like, it was crazy. And later on that night, I had a bad dream about Roberts Park. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was scary as fuck. And like, it was like all these thugs and, it was like a fucked up dream. And then, I think prior to that, though, my brother was telling me about when he was a baby and some dudes came, because my mom used to live in Roberts Park. And when he was a baby, these dudes broke in and pointed a gun to my brother and my mom, you know what I'm saying, in Roberts Park, and like held him at gunpoint, talking about where the money is or whatever the fuck they robbed him for. My brother probably can tell this story better, you know what I'm saying. And then she was pregnant with me at this time, so this is like '89 probably, you know what I'm saying. And I think my brother told me that story, and that night I had that fucked up ass dream, you know what I mean. So maybe it's a combination of, the story and all that shit where I came up with Flamingo being my first character and being a thug and being what I was afraid of. And that's one thing I noticed with my characters. Like, they are like 10% everything I'm not. Word, Dad. Yeah, like, for instance, Killer. I listen to so much shit that I did with Killer and that I do with Killer. And like Killer is just so the thought in the back of my head. Like that's the way I can describe him. Like that's just that, you know what I'm saying? Just that motherfucker that's like, cause like, I'm just gonna put like so much real shit out here. I hate the fact that I was raised right. You know what I mean? I know it sound weird as fuck, but I'm gonna explain. It's just I hate that shit. Because it's like, as you get older and as you see the world and how everybody adapts and shit and see what gets by and see what's normal, you know what I mean? You realize, nigga, I ain't normal. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't, like, I'm nice, but like, people don't care about nice people. They just see that they exist and use them to their advantage and get over on their fucking ass and do what they gotta do. Nice people just exist just to exist. That's why the good die young, because bad shit kill it. You know what I'm saying? And true shit is just, I'm just too good, you know what I'm saying? Because I was raised right, you know what I'm saying? Shit was beat into me. I wasn't abused, but it was like, do right, make sure you good and shit. All that being taught to me, I stayed to myself, as I grew older, like when I was a baby and shit, I was like, more loose, Super, since we done started this podcast, shut up. Super been looking at this damn butter cake for a long ass time. He's now opening the motherfucker. Oh, yeah, exclusive footage. Shut up. Man, you gonna fuck this shit up, look like. This is what it look like. Eating cake on my podcast. Hold up a second. He putting this shit on pause. He finna fuck this shit up. We back in this bitch. Yeah. Now, so, yeah, what you was saying, Soup? I don't remember. He fucked that cake up. The cake made him forget everything. He like, oh, this shit, I don't remember, nigga. I was eating. Eating cake is like weed to this nigga. He like, oh, what the fuck I said, man, shit. Let me get another cake. But anyway, I know I was explaining you as a character. Oh yeah. I was talking about the world and shit. I just went on a tangent, kind of went on a brief rant about the world. Well, I mean, it's understandable. Shit, you push carts at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand how shitty that is. You know what I'm saying? It's a great paying job as any motherfucking outsider that just say the cliche shit. Oh, at least you got a job. At least you doing something with your life. You know, what they don't understand is the shit that goes on with it. Shitty. Pay. Bitches. Hoes. 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 Fuck them. Anyway. But now go ahead. Going on your tangent, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Kanye crazy yet. So anyway, it's just that, you know, too soon, 90. Yeah, you right. Sorry, Kanye. But I just feel like people, you know, don't really understand good people. You know what I'm saying? They just like, because like, I look at it like this. You know what I'm saying? If you a good person, people will accept it and be like, oh my God, he good. And then they will try to notice fault in your character. You know what I'm saying? They like, I don't like how nice he did this. And you know what I'm saying? They'll try to make it like the nice shit you do is the worst shit. You know what I mean? And I just noticed this stuff, you know, like I said, shit, working a day and just being out in public and saying how people treat me. Like, you know, people don't like me for their own reasons. Like I ain't gonna say for no reasons. It's for their own true reasons. You know what I'm saying? People weird as fuck, you know, and I'm just probably I'm the king of weird. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I proudly take the crown. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Like what I like, what I don't like, and all the different shit that go on with how I carry myself as a person is not how other people do what they do. So I am an outcast. You know, I don't pride myself on it. I just am. You know, and when you just is, it ain't something you put out there and, you know, be proud of. It's what you is, and can't nobody tell you otherwise. You know, they either hate it or accept it. And most people hate it. Reason why I'm a fucking lone. And I listen to Tupac and I listen to Outkast and I relate to him, you know. But anyway, you good, man? You good? Yeah. You got that up chest? Yeah. How's that cake? Fuck you. But so you know, early TXG, you had me. I was your first character. You know what I mean? And what the fuck did you have me doing? What I thought was bad, you know, just like cursing, you know, and just being, you know, a reckless and what I thought was bad. You know what I'm saying? Watching Boys in the Hood and shit, you know, and that's what was bad. I think you was probably a mixture of Jafar and damn Doughboy from like Boys in the Hood, cause like even though my mom and my stepdad didn't want me watching violence or none of that shit, I sure did see a lot of that motherfucking shit coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen Boys in the Hood, I seen New Jack City at a young age, and you know, as a result, of course it had an effect on me, and as a result, like now that I'm older, certain shit don't be affecting me. You know what I mean? Like people that be going through some real fucked up shit. Like, yeah, man, 10 people got shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yeah, I seen that in the movie when I was 10. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit just like, not that I don't care, you know, it's just that it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Weird again, see? I feel you though. But yeah, that's pretty much what you was. And I mean, I think looking back though, early XTV really like was just kind of copying off of my brother, you know, and I didn't truly have my own identity until I started to go through real shit that only I experienced. And you know, when I started to get a reality of what my life was, is when I truly started to, you know, have unique elements to my own characters. Not that they never did have, you know, their elements that stood out. For instance, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't nothing like Sonic and Tails or Yaki and, you know, whatever Tyree. You know, they was their own characters. They had different voices and different way they did what they did. But still it was on, you know, me seeing my brother, he got a Sega Genesis and he doing Sonic, and not that the show was like that, but it was just like, you know, little brother doing what big brother do, his own little brother way type shit, if you will. And that's just what that was, you know, watching my brother and kind of being very influenced. You know, I will say like most of what I do is heavily influenced by my brother to, the animation that I do, to the characters I have, you know what I'm saying? But like I'll say, man, I shouldn't say 100% because like 50% of that shit is life, and stuff I went through and people I've met and my own experiences. Because like the stuff I went through, my brother has never went through. You know what I'm saying? Even though we relate on a whole lot, it's like it's certain things that, he probably will never truly understand, you know what I'm saying, about me because at the end of the day, I seen some things that he didn't see. I experienced things he didn't experience. And the same can be said with him. You know what I'm saying? So certain stuff I probably don't understand, even though we get most of the shit that we talking about and where we coming from, we'll never see certain shit that we put out there. So I mean, do you feel like your brother don't is there any projects or things your brother probably was like, man, what the fuck? My dark ass humor, I don't think my brother gets sometimes, you know. One thing about dark humor, Dak, is of course it comes from a dark place, and you know, people go through fucked up shit. I mean, and they way of letting it out, if they talented, is through whatever medium they choose. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, for instance, he got abused, and all the different stuff that went on with him. That fucking what's that song called? Hold on. Who's Making Love or whatever the fuck when he was in Jackson 5, you know, that song is a hard ass song for me to listen to, you know what I'm saying? Cause this is one part of the song where he hit this note, you can just tell Joe Jackson whooped his ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, say that fucking note. And then he was like, all I can do, whatever the fuck he said, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you like the song ain't dark, but the way he delivering it, vocally, you know what I'm saying? It's like it got so much pain in it and it got so much darkness in it. So I think with every entertainer, there is, that's been through shit, there is that darkness, you know what I'm saying, that comes out. And in some instances the shit is just like too free, you know what I mean? Cause people don't like to talk about the shit that they truly went through that's really fucked up because they feel like they might be laughed at or they might be mocked for it, which some people have done to, entertainers such as Michael Jackson and others that have, talked briefly about what they went through. But why do they talk briefly about it? Because motherfuckers condemn them for what they was going through, and but with certain shit, motherfuckers is like, bitch, this shit hurt it. And as a result, I'm finna let it out all the way out. And you got people like Eminem who just be like, bitch, rape your mama, rape your sister, rape this nigga. And then you got you, Tony B. There's a project called Life Answers. Uploaded on YouTube. And I know we jumping. We probably gonna jump all over the place with this shit. It ain't gonna be in no particular order. It's Tony B's story, so his life is all over the place. So as a result, his story is too. I want to apologize for drinking this water so much. I'm tired, bitch. But yeah, Tony B. Let's go into Life Answers. This is not a real big project of yours, but when you look at it, from an outsider looking in, tell us about it. Well, this was some shit that I made in 2012, but the audio was recorded in 2008. And I kind of found the audio later in like probably '08 or probably even '09. I just kind of found it because I record so much that like I don't really have time to listen to what I recorded. And then like it ain't until I got some off time or where I'm just kind of chilling, where I'm just like playing random shit, where I'm like, damn, when I recorded this, when I said that, I record a lot. I'm recording now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I recorded that shit and damn, I just heard it, like I said later, and I was just like, fuck, like it's fucked up as it is. It's like such a good story, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that got me, that is me, is that I tell stories, you know what I'm saying? And I create sounds, elements. I create all these different things. It's like I warp into a world, you know, and I just go into certain things like shit that I ain't never been through. But, you know, I think of, you know, how that person feels, how that person think, and I transform to a completely different person. Like it's like I'm not me, you know. And I will say, hell yeah, a lot of times it has been like almost an out of body experience, and where I feel like shit, I'm in somebody else's body, I'm in somebody else's life, telling somebody else's story that I don't even know. You know what I mean? And I think of all the different shit that I've seen, like any story you seen, the Wizard of Oz, Forrest Gump, or whatever, you know, you question, damn, you know, is this some shit that somebody really went through? Except the Wizard of Oz, fantasy. But I'm just saying, like, it's some of these things, like something that real people actually went through. Cause like the stories I tell, this ain't from somebody I know or somebody I knew. And when I do these things, this ain't some shit that I sit back and think about. Like, I don't write these things down, I just record. And once I record, it's like these things just kind of come and they take shape. And I'm just like, it's not even a thought, and nothing matters except getting this shit out and telling it the way I feel like telling it. And when it's told, you know what I'm saying? I'm just done with it. You know, it's like I said what I had to say and I did what I had to do. And I'm going to listen to it later because even with this recording, like I'm going to finish this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be however long it is tonight. And I'm going to upload it probably Monday, you know, coming up if I have time. I don't even know how the fuck I'm getting to work Monday. But I'm going to upload it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to remember none of this shit that I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure, you know, my brother going to be, you know, all over this and talking about, damn, I can't believe you said that. And I'll be like, what did I say? You know, because I'm just weird like that, you know what I'm saying? Well, truthfully, Dad, I don't really see it as weird, man. I ain't gonna get into that, but fuck it. Let me just say that Kendrick Lamar put out one of the best albums that somebody done rapped on in 2015. I don't care what nobody say. Nigga, that's my real nigga opinion. Anyways, on the final track of the album, you know what I'm saying? Tupac, you know, he had this interview with Tupac, spoiler, and Pac was like, you know, cause we spirits. And you know, we really just telling the stories of our homeboys that's passed away, and this bitch ass roach can take his ass to hell. And I truly think that that's what it is with certain things. It's like, not that those people that, you know, because you said you never had contact, but I do believe in spirits, dog. You know what I'm saying? And entities and ghosts and shit. But like, I feel like sometimes, you know, people. This gonna be, I don't give a fuck, nigga. It's the real nigga weird ass podcast. Call Scully and whatever that nigga name from X Files. It is what it is. But I feel like sometimes people that have died, you know what I'm saying, like who've committed suicide or who died when they wasn't supposed to die, you know what I'm saying, like I feel like their story need to be told. And sometimes their stories are told through artists, you know what I'm saying, like it's like this motherfucker wanted to say this and wanted to put this information out. And sometimes I think it comes through a motherfucker through a song or through one of your recordings that you do. You know what I'm saying? And I think that some stories are told through other people and spirits are in you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just your spirit. Sometimes it be other motherfuckers' spirits that done died. And I don't know how the shit get in you. It's probably somebody that's been in this house for a long time. These ghosts was afraid to just pop up and be like, boo. So they had jumped through you when you was asleep. And as a result, you telling a story on the podcast. I agree. Of course, nigga, you made me say it. But anyway, moving on now. So life answers, you say you just recorded that and you don't really remember nothing about recording it? Nothing, man. I just remember the first time I found it and listened to it. I don't know when it was, but I remember when I listened to it and what I thought about it. It was just like perfect. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the only problem with it was it was low and you couldn't hear it and it was so muffled because the radio I was recording on is a radio I'm lucky to still have, but the shit kind of, the tape player shit don't work on it. But it's like it sound like this. I sound like this on the whole damn recording. And it's okay, but it's not the best audio, you know what I'm saying? But the delivery is so sharp, and like the story is crazy. And it's just something I did, when I animated it, like I was going for my dark humor, you know what I'm saying? And that's a project that once I did it, I uploaded it. My brother was ready to see it, I remember. And he went to watch it and he was like, damn, this shit fucked up. He said that. This is like 2012. And I'm like, yeah, it's supposed to be. I'm thinking like, yeah, it's supposed to be. You get it, don't you? And he like, yeah, but it's fucked up. And it's just how I see things though, dog. Like if it's a talk show host, you know what I'm saying, and he want to make it his show, I feel like that talk show host, which was Killer, he gonna go all out to show motherfucker, this is my show. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna show you that this is his show and you're the guest. And so that's what that whole thing was. It was a what you call it? It was a talk show. You know what I mean? And I just made the talk show host be outrageous for the right reasons, and his guests are also outrageous though. But he put them in a place when they try to get out of place. He don't need Steve, you know what I'm saying, or none of them like Jerry Springer and them. Oh shit, he just Jerry Springer. Oh shit, shoot. But that's just how I feel. Hold up. Cool. I mean, it was some wild shit on that bitch, Dak. Real wild. So going into some more stuff. I mean, what else did I got? You say that early years, like the Donkey Kong, like what do you remember? Because what we also understand about you, you don't remember too much of that time period, but you just remember the feel. You remember the music, and you remember the fun. What do you remember about your childhood, dog? And where do you think things started to sort of shift, and you became your own person and seeing the world in your eyes? When the world I was told wasn't the world that existed, and I seen what my world truly was. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get some water. It's like it's a hard story to tell, man. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I gotta do this. It's important. So anyway, man, when I turned 12, I just wanted to like experience the world for myself, and my mom allowed me to walk to certain places, like certain distances, like from my house on Ellicott to Texaco. You know what I'm saying? Texaco. Well, it was a gas station. I don't know if them shit's still around, but from my house on Ellicott to like the nearest gas station. And I don't know how far that shit was, but it wasn't a long walk, but she trusted me to go from where I live to over there, and that was okay. And I guess I just started getting more like, damn, I can go from here to Texaco. And it started with me just like my mom, when she would drive us places like to the flea market or to grandma's house, I would just kind of watch the road and watch the path we was going on as we was driving. And I'm like, damn, so if I walk on that sidewalk and over there and over there and over there and cross over there, I'll be at grandma's house. It might take me a little long, but I'll have something to do. Like one thing about me, when I was a kid, I probably had ADD. Cause like I could play a video game and it'd be cool. Then I play another one and I get bored so fast. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it was, but I get bored real easy and I'll be wanting to do something. So for some reason when we driving and we passing, going to this place, going to that place, I'm picturing myself walking to these places. And shit, without telling my mom, I walked from where I lived and walked to the flea market. You know what I'm saying? And I just started doing that. And just, she'll be worried about me, grandma, and Trina and them be at the house. You're like, where you was? You know what I'm saying? Tripping. And for some reason, I like that. I don't know why I liked her to be all like worried and shit. I don't know, you know. And so I just started to do that though. I started to just wander off and started to walk, not really realizing how fucked up the world was until I just started to like, cause I would do XTV like outside, you know what I'm saying? Like I would do kind of what I'm doing now with the podcast 90, but like loud as fuck, and like really just doing it and doing it because I like to do it. See what I'm saying? I always been weird, you know what I mean? That's why I don't wear this shit as a token. It's just, nigga, it's who I am. I'm fucking weird. But anyway, so I just used to just walk from place to place and just do XTV. And sometimes there would be people catching me like, boy, why are you talking to yourself? And, it'd be little shit like that going on. And I'm like, shut up. And I just used to just picture like all the people watching me when I used to go outside talking to myself. I used to just picture they ass as my audience and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, they entertain. You know what I mean? They want more. And I just used to go out there doing that shit. And like my mom, I think she started to worry about me because like that's a problem to her. Like I'm always wandering off. And at home I was kind of bad. You know what I mean? Like I used to just like cuss her out and shit. And I don't know where that came from. Like I don't know why I started cursing at my mom looking back. But a lot of times like she did try to do things to like piss me off. You know what I'm saying? And but sometimes like I think I just used to just do shit. I probably did just used to snap out of nowhere and don't know why I'm snapping and tripping. But some of the times I do remember her just doing shit to like get a rise out of me. I even remember one time, we was riding and she said something to piss me off. And then I was like, why would you say something like that? She was just like, oh, I just know how to get you mad. It's easy. You know what I mean? Like, so for her to say that shit, and like, I think once she said that, cause that was probably recent. And once she said that shit, I'm like, confirmation, I'm good. You know what I mean? And since then, like, yeah, she say little shit to piss me off, but it ain't gonna like fuck my day up because I know that sometimes, like, nah, you just really trying to piss me off, you know? Cause like sometimes when she be arguing with me now, it's just like I don't even like sweat it as much as I used to. I just know what it is, and that's partially cause I don't live with her. You know what I mean? But little shit like that, used to fuck with me, and I guess like me wandering off and dealing with shit I was dealing with, in the outside world of the way people perceive me, because when I was in school, I was completely good. Yeah, that's what I was going next, Dag. When you was in school, was you this, because you said there was a point where you changed. Yeah, that was the Edric McCarty incident, man. He said I talk too much, and it was very embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid around this time, and this is when I was always talking and always active. You know what I'm saying? But he said that I talk too much, and so that happened in school. You know what I mean? He told me that, and it was just so embarrassing for some reason. I think because of the way the teacher looked at me and all the kids, and the next day in school, shit, I just decided not to talk. And people was asking me, how come you don't talk? How come you ain't talking like you was this time, this time? And I used to always get in trouble, though, when I used to talk. Like, every time I remember, I used to just get in trouble. And I didn't have any friends. Like, I was too weird because I talked too much, you know what I'm saying? So I just didn't talk in school no more from that point. And I was like probably third grade, you know. And I just said, fuck that shit. I ain't talking no more. Because I remember I used to get referrals. And then I used to get my ass beat by my mom. And I used to get tired of getting my ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Because I talked too much in class. Or I wasn't paying attention. Or I was doing this. I was always doing something that got me in trouble. So at this point, when a friend, Edric, I used to look up to him. You know what I'm saying? I used to think he was Eddie Murphy and shit. I used to laugh. He used to crack me the fuck up. And like, for him to say that shit, it changed me. Like, I'm like, damn, fuck that shit. I ain't saying nothing no more, you know? And from that point on, like,
I didn't talk in school, and at first it was weird for people, and then shit, before you know it, it just became who I was. So in school, shit, I was good. After third grade, I was always making A's and shit. People thought I was fucking crazy because I didn't talk, just like now, because I don't talk out in public. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not the most talkative person. I have opinions and I may give those opinions, but truthfully, I'm not the most like talkative person. And when I look at it, I used to feel bad that I wasn't talking like I used to, cause like it got to a point where I became like that's who I was. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when I didn't talk, when I did talk, I lost a lot of friends. You know what I'm saying? But now that I don't talk, I don't got no fucking friends. It's weird as shit. You know what I mean? It's like no matter what I do, I will remain the bad character, which I will touch on later. You know what I mean? I know we said it's gonna be all over the place, but that's the final shit I want to touch on. But anyway, yeah, man. I was good in school. It wasn't until later on, like the story I was trying to get to. I'm sorry about going way back that to that story, but because you was trying to make a point, and I kind of interrupted your point by asking for another point. Let me relax. Tell your story. Now it's completely fine. I know it is because I said so, or you made me say I said so. Church, shut up. Anyway, so Tony B is the only nigga that can tell me to shut up on my podcast, Doug. I just want to put that out there. Go ahead. I just was going through certain shit though, like phases, and like when I was 12, I almost got hit by a car. I didn't get hit, you know what I'm saying? But just all these different things would affect me. So my mom seen how I was in school. Like she said, cause everybody be like, your son's so well. Oh my God, he's like a bundle of joy. And they would have those soccer mom happiness over a child of joy. You know what I'm saying? And but at home, my mom kind of seen me as this nuisance. Like I feel like also I didn't give a fuck. Like I didn't care because like I strongly felt how I felt, about certain things. But I didn't know, as a child, I didn't know how to put those thoughts out there correctly. You know what I mean? So I would really have great opinions, but it's just the way I put them out there. They just so, boy, your badass ain't supposed to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was like, that was my opinions, how I would express it. I mean, it wasn't until I got older where I learned, oh shit, I gotta say it like this, I gotta say it like that. Because I didn't know how to express myself, you know what I mean? And my mom, I don't want to say nothing fucked up, but it's like she just like I don't know. She wanna hear her son a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I'm saying something a certain kind of way, even now, if I say something a certain kind of way, she wants to take it some kind of way when it's not even like it's not meant to be offensive or none of that shit. It's like I'll just say how I feel, but I won't curse. I won't call her out her name. I won't try to say she's stupid for how she think or none of that. I'll be like, man, these people hung up on me. Well, why you said it to me like that? It'll be little shit like that, like, and I'm like, damn, and I sit there and I check myself. I'm like, okay, shit. I said, why did these people hang up on me? I was angry about the people hanging up on me. How are you offended? You know what I mean? You didn't hang up on me like they did, and I was angry about it, but you got mad and you thought I was yelling at you. It'd be little shit like that be happening. I'm like, how the fuck? And it's always been like that though. So like I don't want to say, it's something wrong. I don't want to say nothing fucked up. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like stuff used to happen like that back then. Shit, I'm a kid, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I want talking to your ass. Sorry, Dad. I probably would say it some way like that though. It's like, cause shit, I'm watching damn
rated R movies and shit. So I'm like, one talking to your motherfucking ass shit, and I say something like that, not thinking, and she'll beat the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why the fuck you hit me? And it'd be little crazy stuff like that. So it's like I said, it ain't until I got older and more mature. Then my brother come out, he kicked my ass. I'm sorry, having flashbacks. But anyway, it was just a double cross, a double team of ass whoopings. And anyway, so I'm good in school, all this different shit's going on, and as a result, I was going to a bunch of psychologists that was trying to figure out what's wrong with me. And the first thing I can remember that happened to me as a little kid is she took me to get an MRI done for some reason, and they discovered a cyst on my head. You know what I'm saying? I remember like they kept on saying the different sizes of the cyst. Also, I was having headaches. You know what I mean? I was having a lot of headaches prior to this. And like I said, I don't remember why I did some outburst that I did, you know. But at the time, they said that cyst probably is a result of me having those behaviors and doing some of the things I was doing, you know. So it was little shit like that. Like I was fucked up as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a cyst. I don't know how the fuck I got a cyst, but I had one. And we kept on. I remember we checked back for on it, and like maybe '04 or '03, and it wasn't there no more. And they couldn't explain how it was there and how all of a sudden it's not there, you know? So look at that shit, you know what I mean? I don't really remember my childhood, but in 2001, they found a cyst on, my fucking brain or whatever, wherever they said, you know? It's like I was born fucked up, you know what I'm saying? So when I do some of the things that I do, it's like it's from the heart, you know what I mean? And all of it ain't like messed up. It's like I think some stories you truly just have to listen to. Like I'm not out here like, Jason, bitch, he killing you. You dead. I ain't telling those kind of stories. I'm just like I got my own way of saying how I feel. And I think you said it best on your podcast with Flamingo. It's best to be a listening ear than an offended bitch. Period. It's true, Dag. You know what I'm saying? I really like that I said that. That's one of my favorite quotes. People just really, want to not understand. People like not understanding. You know what I'm saying? They really take pride in not understanding. I don't get that, young man. But I guess I pray for him, you know what I mean? Because God get him, Instead of just sit your ass down there. Stop pretending to pray because you truly don't believe in God. You just want to, be stuck up on your way of living, your way of praying because he don't understand. He retarded. So God got to make him better. Anyway, what you ass need to do is instead of pray, you need to listen to that person because God probably talking through him, his crazy ass to you. I'm stuttering. Anyway, so do you think so would you say that that's what had an effect on you growing up, your own way? Of course, man. Like I was going through a whole bunch of counselors, you know what I'm saying? She took me to this guy, Dr. Cohen, who me and my mom joke about to this day. You know what I'm saying? And all these different therapists I was going to, none of them seemed to help. Like all of them seemed like they was just doing the shit because they was getting a check. And so as a result, I would see through that shit though. Like I would see it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, give them this medicine. Like that's just how I was. Like give them some medicine. I'm getting paid. Fuck this shit. You know what I mean? I got 2 to 11, man. I ain't got time for this crazy ass nigga. But Dr. Cohen was different. And I just used to slowly talk about shit. And I remember one time when we had this session and he was like, Antonio, if you don't talk to me about what you're going through, I can't help you. He said it like that. And when he said it like that, shit, I don't know. I just spilled my heart out to him. I just let it out. And this is like me. I just said, look, man, I just sometimes get mad at stuff that I can't explain why I get mad at them. And it's just like my mom do this. And I was just probably talking about current things that was going on at that time that was making me angry. You know what I'm saying? And it was just probably petty shit. But maybe it was the way I said what I said. And I just really went in. And this was the first person I talked to about that shit. And I let out my heart. I told him how I felt. 12 years old, and you know what I mean, just really like finally telling somebody how I feel, because even though me and my brother got along, we only got along through XTV at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the only time. Any other time it was like, fuck that nigga, fuck you nigga, go play in the back with the damn CAW and get your ass shot. But that's just how we was. Like, we wasn't very close, until we had a real ass talk in '03. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get to that later too. But right now, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I talked to Dr. Cohen and I just let my heart out to him, man. I just told him how it was and what I felt. And what do you remember feeling? I mean, you say you don't really remember what you was going through at that time, but describe the feelings. Shit. I was tired of I'll just say this. I was tired of my mom, doing things to piss me off. And I was tired of getting mean ass looks from girls. And, just kind of being bullied. Like, I was fat. I'm still am big, you know what I mean? But shit, I was fat. And I just was just tired of not being really accepted. And, I didn't have no confidence. I didn't believe in myself or nothing. I used to go to school not taking showers, not wiping my ass, none of that shit. I used to be dirty as fuck, wondering why I'm getting crazy ass looks and shit. Not combing, not doing nothing. Really just going out there. I live how I look. And if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. But I truly do, care about what you think. And I didn't care about myself, man, for whatever reason. And shit, I remember, probably after Dr. Cohen, I talked to this teacher, and I'm stinking and shit, and I'm like, yeah, I just don't understand why girls and different people don't like me. And she said, well, Antonio, the reason people don't like you is because you're dirty. And she said it just like that, and that fucked my spirit up. But anyways, back to Dr. Cohen. So yeah, he just was like, I told him that, and his eyes was red as hell, and he was like, wow. And this is when he gave me a bunch of different medicines. He gave me some shit. I don't remember what none of these shits called. I don't understand how people to this day can remember what their first pill was when they had schizophrenia. I don't see how they can remember that name. You can't remember that nigga voice you was arguing with yesterday, but you can remember that damn pill. Anyway, so I took that shit and I remember seeing ducks, and my mom said it made me eat a lot. It was actually Howard the Duck, to be specific. Me and my brother was watching a wrestling pay-per-view, and I'm like, you see that nigga? He was like, what? I said, you see that nigga? It look like a duck. And that laughter kind of blew that high. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even try to say duck like that, but I guess it came out that way. And it was like, we was dying at that shit. And I think he gave me another pill, for my headaches or some shit. And that made me eat like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, according to my mom, I don't know. I just felt like I always ate crazy as a kid, getting big ass things of ice cream, eating them in one sitting, and big ass things of cookies and shit, and just always getting big ass things of food. You know what I'm saying? And really just fucking shit up. And mind you, I'm 12 eating all this. And it ain't that my mom don't care. It's just that my mom really don't know what to do. And my dad left. I don't even remember his ass leaving, but shit, he left. You know what I mean? Shit, he was like, damn, I'm tired of this crazy ass kid. Damn, eating everything. Your dad left before that. Stop lying. But anyway, so, damn, Dad. I mean, I don't really know where else to go. I mean, shit. Life was fucked up.
what was you experiencing though, man? Just real depression and low confidence, you know. And what I jumped to it a bit early, but when I was talking about my teacher, what I wanted to go on is that, you know, when she called me dirty like that, like the way she said it, like saying it now is funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like I'm going to school, not taking baths, not wiping my ass after I shit, all this different stuff, and not expecting to be looked at. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's funny looking back, like why the fuck was I thinking like that? But then again, you kind of gotta add to the point that I did have a cyst on my head. You know what I mean? But because like even looking back, I'm like, why did I do this? Why did I do that? It's like maybe it was something going on. Maybe it's something still going on. You know what I mean? Shit, I can't remember my past, but you know, I do wipe my ass and I do take a shower, you know, before I go to work. But at the same time, it's like, you know, maybe certain things could be better. Maybe why they ain't better is cause, you know, shit, it's probably something deeper, you know, going on. You know, but I do know this anxiety shit, social anxiety that I go through is, you know, something really crippling. And you know, I just want to put this out there before I continue on with the story. Is like I feel like this is a condition that people say is rare, you know, because I looked it up and people say the shit rare and it's, you know, all this other different shit. But truthfully, like how the fuck can you call social anxiety rare when the motherfuckers that got social anxiety can't tell you they got it because they don't want to talk to your ass because they got anxiety? I feel like a lot of people got this shit. You know, a lot of people got different forms of anxiety, whether you got a job interview or whatever, you know, going on. But shit, some people are people phobic because some people have been hurt by some of the people closest to them. You know, I told my story at that point to my, you know, counselor, and like his first reaction was, this nigga crazy, give him medicine. You know what I mean? Same thing with the damn teacher. She called me dirty and shit, you know, and it's the way she said it. And even though it's funny and it's the truth and it's some real shit, it had an effect on a child. You know what I'm saying? At that point, and I ain't trying to make this no sappy ass bullshit, but at the end of the day, I'm putting it out there saying what it is and what it does and what it did. Shit, it fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. But anyway, I always forget what the fuck I was talking about when I go on random shit. It's all good, man. You know, we'll come back to it. Crazy, dog. You know, we almost an hour into this bitch, man. we still ain't talked about XTV, but oh yeah, what you was experiencing? Just you know, like nobody really like fucking with me, being alone a lot, you know, and I just didn't know. I didn't like socializing. Like it got to that point, you know, where I didn't like talking to people, you know, and I didn't really have friends like that. Like I had people I hung out with just to say I have a friend, but like truthfully, I didn't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I found solace. I found comfort by just doing my characters, and then being Pain, being Trunks. Like again, that's my escape. You know what I mean? That's my defense. It's like, well, my mom hate me, my brother hate me. Do HY. You know what I mean? And that's just what I did. I did Hell Yeah on the radio on 60-minute cassette tapes and recorded, and just did whatever I did. And I never talked about my personal life at that point. It wasn't until FNK came later on where I was just like, fuck this shit. I'm finna go in about my life, what's going on. And, I used to make jokes out of it, but I really was going through something fucked up, man. It got so bad, like in '01. Like '01 was a real bad year for me. Like I was 12 and it was bad, man. Like talking to counselors. Cause like around this time when I was going through all these different counselors, like I'm just looking at it like, man, my mom don't love me because I didn't feel like she gave a fuck. Cause like instead of her talking to me, she would take me to this counselor, take me to this counselor, and I hated that shit. It ain't until now where I realized, shit, she didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know how to help me because like I was doing things that she didn't understand.
and I was acting ways that she wasn't familiar with. So she took me different places. But with that, I already don't have a pops, like, and then my stepdad Frank was on crack, you know what I'm saying, and all these other different things going on. Shit felt, fucked up because it's like family, it almost felt like she was neglecting me. And then, me and my brother, we ain't really get along like that. And shit, it was just this lonely ass feeling, and I was so alone like all the time. You know what I mean? And I ain't know what to do. Shit. I remember this dude from my school, Russell, um, he had came to my house, and it was him and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers. I ain't know none of these niggas, but I let them in though, because shit, I wanted to have friends so bad that I just like shit. I guess these my friends, and they didn't give a fuck about me, nigga. They playing my game. I'm trying to have conversations about what happened on Raw last night or whatever the fuck. They don't give a damn, nigga. They playing Bummer Man, you know. And it's just always been like that with me, dog. Like it's just always been this just why the fuck do I exist type of feeling, you know what I'm saying? And once I started to really talk like that, cause like I felt alone, you know what I'm saying? Cause I didn't have nobody I could relate to. And like I didn't get myself. You know what I mean? It's like, why the fuck am I here? And once those words get uttered, it's like it's another level now. You know what I'm saying? It went from what's wrong with him? Why he walking off? Why he doing this? It went from that to this nigga wanna kill himself. You know what I'm saying? And it was even crazier then, you know what I'm saying? Because I was unpredictable. And I think teen suicides was kind of, happening a lot around that time. Give me a second. Like 2000, after that damn Columbine shit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was like kind of on edge about their kids. It's like, what's going on in little Bradley's room? And that's the same shit with me. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm talking all this shit like, why do I want to exist? Not thinking about Columbine, not thinking about Marilyn Manson, nigga. I just want to know why I'm here, you know. And that created just a lot of different shit, you know what I'm saying? And people looked at me different, and a whole lot of stuff, dog. Like it was just fucked up. It's hard to really go back to that, dog. Like for real, 90. Yeah, dad, we can move on if you want, man. You know, it's just, I just, man, this is tat. This is tat. Emotional tat. Emotional tat. Emotional tat. Tear. So yeah, bro, like I was going through a whole lot of fucked up shit. You know what I mean? And I wasn't happy with myself. And shit, I'm trying to think. After a while though, like I just started noticing my reality. And I'll just say this, like my reality just started to affect me. Like I realized why people was treating me the way they was treating me, and why I was going through what I was going through. And I'll say that happened in like '05. You know what I mean? And just everything that was going on, I started noticing what was truly going on with myself, and where I was, really where I was. I didn't know who I was still. I noticed like my environment and what was going on. I'm like, damn, people think I'm crazy. You know what I mean? People think I'm just this lost motherfucker. And it was nothing I can do, because up to that point, it was like, I was so used to being who I am, where it's like, it ain't no changing who I am. I'm just me. But shit, nobody likes me. So my first instinct was to get angry. And, that's where F and K comes from. That shit comes from anger. That's why Trunk said it on one of them podcasts, like, shit, he ain't shit but anger. You know what I mean? Like, that's just truly what Trunk's represented. It's just, I'm mad as fuck. So I'm finna go on a rant. Not to say that some of his rants don't hold up, but some of them shits don't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the old this the worst effing K ever. Yeah, Dag, I already know what you're gonna talk about because I'm you. Man, it's called CBT or some shit, and I was talking about killing this teacher because he rolled his eyes at me, and it was so stupid. It was lame as fuck. Cause truly, I was trying to be funny on the shit, but like I played this maybe in 2012, and understand I made this when I was 15, 14, maybe 16. I was 16 when I made that shit. And I thought, like, yeah, this gonna be legendary. This gonna be something that it's horrible. And like, it's bad. I'm just so lame. Man, can I bring Trunks in here? Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I'll leave. Yeah, man. Like I just had to do that with him because it was just but that's what F and K was truly for me. It was just getting shit off my chest in a very dark ass way, and I'll say that's when the dark element started, and that's when you know my shit became the darkness started to kind of kick in. You know what I mean? It started in '05, and I started finding certain shit that I liked for myself because my brother used to like he used to do shit for me. Even though we didn't get along, this nigga used to do shit for me, like out of half of his heart. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want this damn mix CD no more, nigga. You can have it here. Just throw this shit under my door. And now I got Nas greatest hits. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing down. I'm the motherfucking general. Well, not his greatest hits, but he'll have like a mixtape, a mix CD that he ain't want. He just throw it to my ass here, man. You can have this. I don't care. Move. Go on. And I play that shit. And truthfully, I would play it just cause it's a gift and I'm in my RJ mode listening to it. Romy gave me a gift. And I'm playing that shit over and over, and I truly don't really like a lot of them songs, but I'm just playing it because, oh, this is new. So let me just keep playing this over and over again, you know. But '05, shit, I played Korn, you know what I mean? Heavy metal group. And I loved it and shit. I'm like, damn, do I like heavy metal? And from there, that's what changed me as a human being. Korn's album, Follow the Leader, that shit changed me. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, that's what I am. Like, I just felt the stories. I felt the passion behind John Davis, vocals. You know what I'm saying? I just felt that shit. It was like, that's me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, man. And I started wearing chains on my pants. And I just accepted myself as this outcast and didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. I stopped caring about shit. Was you still shitting on yourself around this time? Or not wiping your ass? Sorry. Nah. Like, with that, when I was dressing all dirty and shitty and shit, I started to just tighten my game up once I got to high school. You know what I mean? And I don't even know what made me want to do that. Like, but I started to do it. And I started to take showers. But sometimes I take half showers because I ain't want to touch my dick that day. But anyway, still, you know, I started to shape up and, I got better over time. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it took a process. But at this point in '05, I started knowing where I was, and I felt like that's who I was. I was this dark outcast, you know what I'm saying? I started writing, and F and K was the voice, F and K or TXG TV. It was all about being dark and doing something more fucked up with the last thing I just did, and that's just what it was all about. And out of that, the premature stages of the new sides or TXG that I was doing, I didn't realize certain shit was growing. You know what I mean? I was just putting my shit out there, putting how I felt out there, and shit, I started seeing my own world, my own reality, and before you know it, here comes 90, here comes Killer, you know what I mean? And to date, shit, those recordings I made when I was damn 17. I'll say from 17 to like, damn, 17 to 19. You know what I'm saying? to like them are the shits that I can still play non-stop. Like I can't skip nothing. You know, before I go to bed, I gotta sometimes play FNK, and that's the shit that will keep me laughing. From if I play it at 10 and it don't end to 12, I will laugh that whole hour. Like I would die, cause like only I know what I'm talking about on that shit. Only I know about those experiences, because those are the looks I was getting. Those are the people I was meeting. That's the counselor I was talking to. That's all these different people. So even though I tell these stories and all this shit, and you know, they ain't stories that happened to me, they stories I imagine some of these people in. And you know, sometimes I don't know what the fuck that is. It just had to be recorded and it had to be said because I felt it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what make you a real artist, when you come from just, you know, how you truly feel, you know, when you find yourself, of course. Because like it was '05 when I kind of started to see where I was at, and then music corn made me realize, damn, this is who the fuck I am. You know, I'm dark, I'm fucked up. And but sometimes, you know, with the darkness you can get lost in that shit. And I will say that the darkness overtook my creativity, because like maybe from late '07 into some of '08, you know, my shit started to get real fucked up, and it wasn't fun, and it was just all about just being dark, and I wasn't feeling it no more. It was just this dark ass feeling for real now. It was just like, yeah, welcome to FNK. I remember that time, Dad. You know what I mean? Like '09, I would say. It was fucked up, dog. Grandpa Joe had to intervene. You know what I mean? Trunks, we got a lot of '09 FNKs where Trunks trying to be as exciting as he was in '06. And, you know, it's having that fun element. And then in the middle of the show, he like, man, this just ain't fun no more. I don't know why I do this shit. I hate my life. I don't know why I'm living. You know, and he'll just go on this insecure ass rant. And you say that's due to the darkness? Hell yeah. Like, it wasn't until me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we would meet and do XTV, the shit would be dope as hell. And we'll have, like, you know, some great times and great conversations. You know what I'm saying? And do different things like Funky Town or Do the Right Thing. Like, that's when the shit would get tight and it'd be dope. You know, but shit, when I was by myself, it was some of my worst material, you know, because like I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't fun no more. You know, I knew that I was dark and I knew what I was doing was dark, but like I didn't really have no control. And, you know, shit, I lost control of what I once loved to do. And I had to stop recording, man. I stopped recording from like, I don't know when, but I started recording again in 2010. And it was fun at first. Then I got Busch Gardens. It's just like my whole life, I just always been bombarded with bullshit. You know, it's just been inevitable. And it just don't ever stop. It's like, that's why, you know, I try to count my blessings, but like them shits get so minimal. You know what I mean? As I get older. Like, for instance, I look at the people whose lives I impact and who like me, you know what I mean? People who fuck with me and get me. It's like, whoa, you know, like, you know, I got a friend, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever, or I touch somebody. I go to them the next day, they a different person. They don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, what I did? And it's like, fuck that. Instead of pondering on what I did I do this, did I do that? They either gonna come back if they really for you, you know, just focus on your other people that get you. Them motherfuckers do the same shit. Then they do the same shit. Then they do the same shit. It's like, damn, you know, I'm just not friendly by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do anything to most people, but like motherfuckers choose to like not fuck with me. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, what did I do? You know, or it's like when somebody down on luck or like messed up, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh, they your friend then. They cool with you then because they see that you a good person. So they like, oh, at least Tony gonna accept me. Fuck you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I'm not gonna accept you. You know, then when you do get them same friends that wasn't your friend no more, it's like, yeah, Tony crazy, man. He wasn't be my friend when I was down. Shut the fuck up. I wasn't friends when you wanted to act like that when him and you were actor and you lame. Anyway, you got that on your chest, dog. I do. But my headphone broke. Bullshit. Bullshit. Bull. So, I mean, I know you really don't want to touch on it, so we just gonna do a brief, what you call this shit? A brief description of 2011. My ID expired. Couldn't find my birth certificate. Couldn't find my social security card. And well, it took me the whole year to finally get it and get my ID. Bullshit. So after that happened, you know, that took a tremendous amount of stress on you. Hell yeah. But you bounced back, you know, and in 2012, you uploaded the Cosby Show. Let's go into your animation work, Tony B, if you will. I'm just gonna say this, man. Like I said before, Killer. Like I said before, man. Killer is just so like just me. You know what I mean? When I like my thoughts, it's like if I wasn't nice, I would say this. Or if I was skinny, you know what I'm saying, and like Killer and could move like this and do this shit, like nigga, this is what I would do. You know what I'm saying? I say the things that I truly think and I make the situations that happen again in my world and say what I should have said that would have got me into all these fucked up predicaments. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I got that off my chest because I'm glad you felt it and I'm glad it was offensive to you. And I'm glad you crying. You look beautiful like that. You know what I'm saying? But I never do it because I don't want to go through and I don't want to go through all that shit. I'm too big to be acting like Killer and doing certain things that I do. You know what I'm saying? So I just do it. And it come out good, and that's what the Cosby Show is. That's what all that shit is. As far as the animation, that is my true passion. You know what I mean? That's truly what I love to do. And like sometimes I'm iffy if it will be successful, only because I just have these hints of, you know, like damn, you know, like looking at what you do is good and is, you know, it takes a lot of talent and patience, but life is weird, you know what I mean? Take you on all these different paths and crosses. Shit, I thought F and K was gonna be it. I thought this was gonna be it. I thought that was gonna be it. But this is just something I'm doing at the moment, and this is something I do love to do. And you know, whether it's a success or not, I'm gonna keep doing it. This is what, like I said, this is just what I like to do. It don't need an audience. It needs me to be working on it, and you know, as long as you're doing what you love to do, that's truly all that matters. The money may come or it may not come, but that's just what it is. Now, tell us about Bad Character. Bad Character is going to be the title of my last project ever that I ever do in my life. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to finally be the story of my life. I'm a good dude, but a bad character. Like, think about a person, you know what I'm saying, that just do all kind of nice shit. He just always doing something nice. You will always try to find fault in his character. You know what I mean? No matter what. You will try to find something wrong with him. You will try to say, he probably got autism. He probably do this way. You will try to find and say something that's like demeaning to him. That's fucked up. You know what I mean? But you saying it because you was watching the news and you learned about this shit. You ain't just appreciating him for the good person he is. He gotta be something else. So you can say, he good, but he's whatever. You know what I mean? To me, that makes that person a bad character. Cause it's like, I listened to this song by Quasimodo. Shout out to Madlib. Madlib got this character that he does called Quasimodo. He raps, it's his alter ego. and he got this album called The Further Adventures. Oh no, not that album. I think it's called The Unseen. And he got this song on the album called Bad Character. And on the song, he just talking about all these different like, malicious shit that he doing, like, looking under a girl's skirt and, just being overall a bad character. But that's not who I am. Like, I don't go out of my way to piss people off or to do fucked up shit, you know. But the world will perceive me as a bad character even though I try to do right or I try to do good. They will try to find some shit to say that I am fucked up. And, it's really the world story of who I am. But I'm going to also give some of my life experiences, within that project. And this is something that's not going to happen next year, the year after next. This is something that's truly, it's a movie script for real. You know what I'm saying? And I started on it like when I was playing that song, because in the chorus he go, I'm a bad character. No matter what I do, I'm always going to be a bad character. It's true. It's like, cause that's how I feel. And, cause I had gave this lady an electric car and she said something real fucked up, like under her breath, you know what I mean, to another old lady. And this bitch laughed and shit. And I'm sitting there like, but I did something nice. Like I did something out the kindness of my heart. You know what I mean? And she really needed it. And, I was like, ma'am, because I came up to her, I'm like, ma'am, you need an electric scooter? She was like, yeah, it's my leg hurt, whatever the fuck. And I gave her a damn electric cart. And she said, I don't even remember what she said, but it was like something fucked up. And then I just went on the side of the building and I just started writing the damn movie script. Like I wasn't even, because usually when some shit like affects me like that, I write lyrics or I write rhymes, but it was like the shit just came to me. And it's this whole damn, it's crazy. Yeah, tell us a little about it. Man, it's truly about a person that's just like doing his best to be a great person, you know what I'm saying? But no matter what he do, it causes something fucked up to happen. And as a result, like, let me give an example. You cure this old lady from cancer, right? And that's one of a good deed. And it's like, whoa, he's a special person. He's a great person. He cured her of cancer. And he accidentally, you know what I'm saying, in the process of doing all that shit, gave her AIDS. You know what I mean? And like, that's just how I am. It's like, I do good shit, but it's like, it's always something that follows it that makes me like, damn, look what he did. Batman pushed the princess. You know what I mean? It's always some shit like that. And that's basically what it is. I do good, but bad always follows my character. So when you break it down, no matter what I do, no matter how nice I try to be, truthfully, I'm a bad character. Not cause I want to be, just cause I am. You know what I'm saying? And I hate it. Like, it's not something I truly think about doing, but it's something I truly am. And I don't want to be it, but at the end of the day, God made me. You know what I mean? I don't know what's his plan for me. I don't know what he want me to be, what he want me to act like. I can just try to be a good person, but remain. And that's just how, that's truly what it's about. Yeah. Now, that's some real shit, man, because you try to go out your way and please the world, and you can't please the world because the world don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? They take advantage of you. They rip you piece by piece. They're like, damn, you do this way, man, do it that way, man. Ah, man, you a good dude. Hey, dog, do it this way. Man, do it like I just told you, man. You ain't a good person no more, dog. You ain't doing it that way. Give me this water. The world fucked up, dog. And they try to make it like you fucked up. As a result, you a bad character. I was going to say something else at the end of this podcast, 90. But I can't remember. It's all good, Dad. We got to have you again, Soup. Anything else you want to add to your story? I just want y'all to know that I got a lot of great projects coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm working real hard on the Cosby Show, as Killer keep on promoting, and I'm about to work on that shit right now. As a matter of fact, and I'm gonna truly enjoy that. Yeah, and I just want to put this out there too. A lot of motherfuckers are smoking spice. You know, it's like a drug. I don't know if it's bath salts or what, but it's a lot of motherfuckers smoking that shit at my job. And I just want people to know this shit. That shit stank like a motherfucker. You know, I was on my 15-minute break today. And, you know, like, I gave this lady some change because she asked. And as I'm sitting there drinking my Powerade, I'm like, it smell like weed, but with shit in it. I happen to look to my right. This bitch smoking that stank ass shit. Like, not only is it stank, but the shit kills people. So I don't see how you smoke something stank and that's killing you. You know what I mean? Truthfully, dog, when I think about it, motherfuckers that do drugs really want to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly think so. You know, what 90 will say will be controversial. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm about to say right now, y'all gonna be sad as fuck if y'all offended easily. But this is the Real Nigga Podcast. Fuck feelings. Amy Winehouse wanted to die. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different sad ass documentaries like, oh my God, Amy Winehouse dead. She didn't want to die. She was a lost soul. Nah, she was drunk and she was tired of living. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, it's like people pick up drugs knowing all these different things. You know it can kill you. You know it can kill you. They know this shit can kill them. That's why they gonna keep on doing it and keep on doing it until they gone, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because drugs, a lot of times, take you to another place, take you to another world, give you another feeling that the world won't provide for you. You know, some people say it's blocking the past incidents where you got raped or you got some type of traumatic thing that happened to you at a young age and you trying to block it by using crack, using paint, using spice, whatever the fuck, you know. And some people be like, oh man, just smoke weed. It's okay, just smoke weed. Sometimes weed ain't good enough to block the real, true, fucked up shit that happened to you. And suicide is the best solution, but you scared to pick up a gun, so you use a drug that will fucking kill you when you ain't really thinking about death. You thinking about a bunny, a house, the snake, the rat, the cat. And that's all I gotta say about that. Real shit. Well, this has been another Real Nigga Podcast, Dad. Thank you, Tony B. Thanks for having me. Peace.